Good morning. This is your daily tarot. The opening card that we have for today is the King of Cups. The challenge that we're facing is the Nine of Wands. How we're going to get through that challenge is the Two of Swords, and the overall outcome for today is the Queen of Swords. So let's go ahead and jump into today's tarot. The opening card that we have, as I said, is this King of Swords. So this is a fixed water energy. And so we're talking about emotions here. We have some solid, unshifting, emotional situation that's going on in our lives that we are kind of keeping underneath the surface. It's likely that the people that are around us don't even quite know what is going on underneath the surface, and that tends to be a quality of Scorpio, and we all do have some Scorpio in us in some aspect of our natal chart, and it's going through some kind of transformation. It is one of the points of this square energy that we've been dealing with for the last couple of months between Uranus and Saturn, and Scorpio is the opposite energy of Taurus, which is where Uranus has been sitting in. So we are having all of these shifts and changes really reflect on transformation in our lives. But just to simplify things, today we are dealing with a lot of emotions that are going on underneath the surface, and they are going to be transformed in some kind of way. If we consider fixed water, it has that energy of ice, which is solid, right? But water is a moving energy. It flows, it changes form. It's the only element that has three different forms in it. It has the liquid flowing state, it has that solid ice state, and then we also have that distillate kind of evaporation state in water. So consider that whatever emotions that you're working with today, just work with them, just observe them, let them flow rather than trying to nail them down, because water is meant to go through multiple different states, and so do our emotions. Now, the challenge that we're facing today is this Nine of Wands energy. This Nine of Wands energy is learning from past mistakes, right? Like, so we may have gone through a situation in our lives and we're going through something right now that's oddly similar. And it's reminding us, learn from your past mistakes. If you didn't speak up last time, make sure you speak up. If you spoke up and got a little too intense last time, maybe it's time to just be quiet and work on some things internally. Because this is someone who's been through a lot. They look kind of beat up and they've been going through some experiences. And so we have to separate ourselves from that which wants to just kind of pull us into triggers and see if it's actually useful to engage our energy or not. Now, the way we're going to get through the challenge today is this Two of Swords energy. This card came up a couple of days ago, so it's reminding us to go inward and bring our energy inward, to rely on our intuition and to observe it, because our emotional body is giving us information for us to be working with right now. So instead of relying on what other people say or what the situation looks like from an outside perspective, tap into yourself and see how you feel around a situation and allow that to guide where you allow your mind to go. The overall outcome that we have for today is this Queen of Swords energy. So this is a Cardinal Air energy. It's associated with Libra, so it brings in that aspect of relationship that we are constantly working with, being that we're humans and mammals, and we are in community and we thrive in community because of that evolution aspect to our nature. So we're in community, we're in exchange, and it brings up, what does it look like? What does it mean to be in exchange with someone? And this is interesting because, I've been living in this community here, and a lot of people will have this tendency to keep things under the surface. And when things get, stuck under the surface, they can be trapped. And it's kind of like this explosive energy that we're trying to just put a cap back on. And To be in exchange means that we share what we're going through with the people that is in our community, so that we don't allow our own mental dialogue to fuel the fire to the point where our emotional inner world that we've been kind of putting a cap on becomes explosive. So what does it mean to be in exchange? And how do we show up for another person if we see that they're going through something? And how can we bring in our perspective to allow a range in perspective so that person can have some separation from the situation? And in that way, we can really be of assistance to people when we're a conscious actor in that way in each other's lives. So we are doing some work today. We're, working through these two realms of, fixed emotion and also Cardinal Air, which is, active communication, and how do we engage in communication with other people. So it's time for us to be in community. It's time for us to speak up and speak with an open heart, rather than having everything fueled by that trapped kind of explosive energy that can sometimes be incubated when we don't speak up about what is important to us. So that is the tarot reading for today. If you all are interested in getting your own personal reading, reach out to me and we will schedule some time. I wish you a beautiful Sunday, and I will see you again soon. Sending you so much love. Mwah. Bye for now.